Okay, so there's a few different things I wanted to talk about. One of the things that has been just spinning around in my mind is about that family that was found dead out there in the woods when they were hiking. I don't even think it was the woods. It was like Sierra Nevada or something. I don't know. It was somewhere close to their home. They just would go on hikes, experienced hikers. Them and their baby, their little tiny baby, and their dog all found just dead. No trauma, no reason. They can't figure it out, and they're waiting for the toxicology report. And to me, it's like they got beamed up or something. It's like the leftovers or whatever. Like they're starting to take people out of this little group. Because I thought, that's really cool. It's really beautiful that they all went together like that. And yeah, there was something I was talking to. I think I was talking to my mom. Oh, sweetie. I was talking to my mom, and she was saying something about it, and I was saying something I had heard, some update or whatever, that they were waiting on the toxicology report, because she said it was something about algae. And I said what I had seen, that they were saying that nobody else was getting sick. They can't find any reason. And they're just waiting on the toxicology report. And so what, anyways, in the discussion, we were just saying that there's no way you can believe what they would come back and say, no matter what. I mean, we already know they're going to spin it the way they want it spun. And, supernatural stuff is happening all the time. They don't want people to know. They want people to believe this reality is all there is. And that everything is, like Bigfoot is the same kind of being as we are, like a gorilla or a bear or whatever. All of this, so much information is just withheld from people, and I've never questioned the supernatural. I've always known, like, that's real. And it's always blown my mind how much people question it, and still to this day, I say it all the time, it just blows my mind when people are like, oh my God, I think there's ghosts. And there's just so much to the people who don't believe in anything, oh, no, nope, that's not, no, wait, no, that's not true. They are so superstitious or something. There's something that keeps them from seeing what's real. They have to keep themselves cut off in this illusion world, and they can't imagine anything outside of it. And it just trips me out, because this is the kind of arguments my brother and I will have, and about, he just, this is, everything is just, was just a fluke. It was evolution, just bacteria turned into humans, which turned into, productive beings some productive beings on the planet. Their whole thing is just all of this, crazy evolution that just happened by accident. They don't see anything more than that. And I don't know. I don't align with that. I talk about that all the time. It doesn't make any sense to me. And, like somebody was telling me yesterday about somebody, it was another tragic thing about someone's death. And I always look at it as like, yeah, man, that's crazy. But behind that, like, why would the soul, like, what's going on the soul level? Like, is this something they're working out? Are they trapped in this, like, this cycle where I said, because people will get trapped in these cycles of murdering each other life after life. Like, they're not growing. They're not seeing what's before them. And they're just caught up in what is happening in the experience. And they don't question things. And a lot of people, they don't have discernment when there's beings. Like, if you're not tapped in and you're just, this vessel who's clueless, just out, trying to survive, murdering, not ever feeling it inside that you're doing something wrong. Some people, they murder to protect themselves, but I'm talking about the people who get stuck in these murder cycles. That's the kind of stuff that I think you see all the time in these crime shows. These weird things that go on. And it's just, to me, I'm always looking at, the story behind it, like the soul's, what's going on with that soul. But you can get real caught up in what's happening in the tragic circumstances. But that's where you got to remember that is because it's the three-dimensional world. That's when you're too focused on it, because that's the illusion. Like, it is the same thing as if you're watching a movie and you're just so deep into it, when somebody dies and you're crying, oh, I can't lose that character, that's like how people get so focused on this one when you should be as detached as that, in my opinion, because you have to have some sort of a realistic understanding of what's happening, but a soul has to get to that point too. A soul has to go through a lot to get to that point, to get to that awareness, that conscious awareness of who and what am I, and I am all things and stuff like that. All that stuff, a soul has to come to those realizations through experience. So that is, it's happening. Jesus Christ. I'll be right back.